Hello, I'm your host, Ricky Saillas from the El Paso Zoo. Guess what, El Paso? We now have penguins. Check out these guys. We're going to tell you more about the Magellanic penguins here at the zoo. This and more on this edition of Your City in 5. Let's get started. There's a small increase of migrants in El Paso. To be proactive, the Office of Emergency Management is coordinating with local nonprofit organizations to provide shelter for those migrants. The city is also providing hotel rooms and transportation with federal funds.
And these people aren't coming to stay here in El Paso. It's their area of entry. And so with that, we're helping them to move on to their final destination, because it's the health and safety of our community that matters most, whether it's those visiting, those passing through, or the residents who live here.
As of now, the emergency shelter that was once known as Moorhead Middle School is on standby in case the number of migrants increases. Can you believe it? Penguins in the desert? Well, that's right. The El Paso Zoo now has some cool penguins.
2, 1, open her up. Hey, y'all can go ahead.
A celebration officially opened the penguin exhibit at the zoo. The state-of-the-art penguin oasis is home to a colony of Magellanic penguins. It features an outdoor stadium-style viewing area, web cameras, and above and underwater viewing. Now, you may be wondering how it's possible to have penguins in the desert.
We have penguins in El Paso. It's a desert, but these are warm weather penguins. The most common, for 2 years, I've been answering the same question. How can you bring penguins to the desert? Because people think of Arctic penguins, and the ones that need that refrigerated. The water's 45 degrees. They live in South America. They love this climate.
The zoo's new mascot, Pebbles, also took part in the celebration. The 2012 Quality of Life bond paid for the $6.2 million facility. You can see the penguins for yourself. The zoo is open Wednesday through Sunday. More than 100 pieces of art that represent the border are now on exhibit at the El Paso Museum of Art. It's part of the 2024 Border Biennial that returns to El Paso and Juarez after a 5-year hiatus. The Museums and Cultural Affairs Department joined forces with the Museo de Arte de Ciudad Juárez to present the exhibition that highlights our border.
There are so many surprises in the exhibition. I think that's the beauty of the Border Biennial, is that it really brings to light the different perspectives along the border, from artists responding to their individual identity, to the identity of the region. It's incredible. We have installations, paintings, works on paper. There are surprises at every corner.
The exhibit extends to the Museum of Art in Juarez. You have until April 14th to view that exhibit. There's another exhibit that you shouldn't miss. This one is at the El Paso Museum of Archaeology, and it explores the Kastner Range National Monument. The community exhibit highlights the area from prehistoric times to the use of land by natives and eventually the military. It uses artifacts, objects, and illustrations to tell the story of Kastner Range, which President Joe Biden designated as a national monument earlier this year.
They will see a multi-component exhibit, so we are covering everything that it's Kastner Range. So you will have a timeline with the main events, and then you have from biodiversity to geology to prehistory, protohistory, the history of the range, including the military history, which is pretty extensive.
The exhibit will remain on view until November 2024. The El Paso Museum of Archaeology is located on Trans Mountain near US 54. It's free and open Wednesday through Saturday. Thank you, El Paso, for selecting 2 of our open spaces as the best. The Parks and Recreation Department is celebrating 2 awards from El Paso Inc.'s Best of El Paso. Eastwood Park, commonly known as Album Park, is the #1 choice of El Pasoans when it comes to parks. It received first place. When it comes to bike trails, El Pasoans voted for the Lost Dog Trailhead as the best. Lost Dog also received second place for its hiking trail. Kudos to our Parks and Recreation Department. City departments always go above and beyond when it comes to serving our community. Feliz Navidad. That wonderful sound is older adults singing their heart out for the holidays. The group of seniors from different senior centers across the city recently performed at a council meeting. Even Mayor Oscar Leeser sang along and directed. There he is right there. The seniors choir is performing at different locations during the holiday season, including Winterfest. And speaking of Winterfest, everyone should plan to join a celebration happening on Saturday, December 16th at San Jacinto Plaza. The city and the Mexican consulate are hosting una celebración navideña. Folklorico dancers, choirs, and mariachis will take center stage starting at 5:30 p.m. It's all free and part of the holiday fiestas that happen every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday during Winterfest. Well, our time is up on this edition of YC5 from the El Paso Zoo and Botanical Gardens. Make sure you come out here to the Penguin Oasis and check out the penguins for yourself. For Nigel Sherman, who's behind the camera, I'm Ricky Saillas. Stay safe and please be good to each other. We'll see you next time on Your City in 5.